terms of your role specifically now, tell us about your role with the new program and how it may compare and contrast to your prior experience in the G League.
Yeah, so the role now is, I think outside of the G League, I mean, we wanted to win as the Capitanes, but every team outside of the G League, you're playing to win. You know, so it was very clear from the start. The goal of the organization is to win a championship. So that's what we try to do anyways with the Capitanes. You want to win as much as possible. Mexicans, the sports culture, you need to win. You know, there's not a lot of patience. Like, you know, you can't rebuild.
Right.
So right off the bat, that was one of the key things, but that was what makes it attractive too. And I think that's a pretty big difference. I think with G League, I'm selling like, yeah, please come to Capitanes, but hopefully that gets you somewhere else. With us, it's like, hey, you're with us for the year or the season, and I hope we win a championship. Or, you know, if a player's not performing or something, then maybe we have to make a change. It's pretty cut and dry, simple. When G League is like with Malik Lewis last year, he's 18 years old. There's going to be growing pains.
Of course.
Now he's going off to Australia, which is awesome. But with us, it's like there's no time to really grow. It's like pretty much win right now.
Gotcha. And in terms of your day-to-day responsibilities, things that come across your desk, what are some similarities and differences in terms of the day-to-day operations?
I think so with Capitanes my first year, I think it's kind of similar to how it is now, because now we're doing a lot of things for the first time. We're practicing for the first time. We're doing doctor's appointments. We're leaving the hotel. We're feeding the players. So it's a lot of people ask a lot of the basketball questions. Those are the fun questions, don't get me wrong. But the reality is most of my job is like just making things work.
Right.
Like just having, I remember we had our first scrimmage versus the U22 Argentinian team. I was just happy that we could play. But then we were down 24 to like 5, and I'm like, oh boy, this is bad. We eventually came back, but I was just like, we got two teams. They got their uniforms. We got the balls on the court. It's not slippery. Okay, like we're doing a good job.
Water cooler set up. Got towels. You know.
Yeah, literally. Like I remember we forgot the electrolyte, like the Gatorade in Mexico. Like I was like, oh man, like nah, but small mistakes. But no, like I'm not really thinking about. Well, I was when we were down by 20. And no one walks in. I'm like, yeah, there's been better time before.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we came back a little bit. We still lost.
Oh.
It's okay. Hey, preseason, we're just getting it right.
It happens. Yeah. But maybe to shift slightly to some of the on-court, does the style of play differ at all between your experience in the G League versus, you know, in the Mexican League? Do you find that there's maybe the game gets slowed down a little bit? We're running more half-court sets. Just any sort of differences that you've picked up on so far?
That's exactly right. It is way different, and we interviewed multiple coaches, maybe 5 or 6, but I wanted to hire a coach who knows the league, knows FIBA, basically stuff that I don't know. So we hired a Nicolas Casalanguida, who's from Argentina. He's coached in the league for 5 years. And so I've learned a lot from him, and I've learned, like, fit really matters. And we would talk fit, you know, with Capitanes, but it's way different because you don't know. You can like your fit one game, but if a player is out or gets called up or has a FIBA window, okay, that fit's gone. You know, so it's like you really need versatility and you really need talent in the G League. You could throw like 4 point guards in the center out there and like, we'll see what happens. But with FIBA, with how much slower the game is, you need the pieces to fit, and I think I'll take that. And I told the Diablos, my first meeting, I'm like, this opportunity is super exciting. I still want to be an NBA general manager. Like, that hasn't changed.
Right.
But this is something that I think I'll take with me for the rest of my basketball career, is just how important that fit actually is. Because you're just not going to, when the defense slows down, when there's no 3 in the key, it's like you need to have the pieces fit, or you're just going to be swinging the ball the whole time, like looking at each other.
Considering that you need that depth and that versatility, do the rotations tend to be different in terms of how many guys you're playing in a given game? Or is that still similar to the NBA? Are there different skill sets and things that you value in players for your league or in your team specifically that maybe the NBA and a lot of scouts here at Summer League may not see as relevant for their squads?
Yeah, so the league is also very physical. I haven't said that yet. So the Latin American leagues, a lot of them are very physical. Like, we're 1-1 right now, and we were setting screens, and they were setting screens, and every time I'm like, yo, that's a moving screen. Like, guys are like holding each other, like moving them. I'm like, how is this not? So the league is way more physical than G League. So with that being said, I wanted to have guards who were experienced with the physicality, but I also wanted, like, we have Josh Ibarra, who's Mexico's best center. He's just with the national team in Puerto Rico. Just someone you can just get him the ball, and even if you hack him, it's going to be an and one, or it's going to be 2 points. Like, he's built like Shaq. He's huge. So I really wanted to have that inside presence so that, like, they can't press up on our team, and we have nothing around the rim. Now it's like just dump it down in the paint, and you know, maybe you can find the shooters too. So physicality and a big that can score were the things I was looking for.
Yeah, I mean the traditional post big is maybe a bit of a dying breed at the level here that we're seeing in Vegas and in the NBA. So it's nice to see that there's still a home for those players professionally.
Yeah, we always would consider Josh too, because we like to have Mexicans on the team, but with with literally the FIBA rules, it's just like he was MVP last year of the league. It's like he's perfect for us. No, 100%. You still post up, you still spray out the shooters, so that doesn't really change, I guess. But yeah, it's still alive.
Yeah.
They don't call fouls, so you
you
have to score around the rim. So
exactly.